I'm going to tell you this right now, Libra. The astrology could absolutely be explosive in terms of irresistible, irrepressible lust. And we've got to get into it. We've got to talk about it because there's an overwhelming nature to the entire thing. So, Libra, this is your weekly tarot card reading, a week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It's also an astrology summary. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign. It's an energy reading, guy. I'm not even kidding. What'd I tell you? I mean, you're talking repressive, oppressive lust and temptation. We got to get into it. We've got to get into it. This is an energy reading. So it comes to you at just the right time. That's why I don't put dates on it. The astrology does have specific dates, sure, but when the energy reaches you from when it pops off, who knows, right? Please leave your comments below because I love to hear how this energy is impacting you guys. I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation. I would love for you to join. I go live there Monday through Friday. You could join the live chat if you're a subscriber. I hope you do. Find me there, and there's always an extended reading. And that link is down below in the description box, and I'll pin it to the top of the comment section. I also pin it to the top of at the end of this video so you can click right on it and get right to it. And last but not least, come meet me live, because May 13th in Austin, Texas, I am throwing a live event so we can finally meet each other in person. It's going to be a 3-hour long, non-stop, amazing experience of healing and knowing and understanding, and lots of goodies. I'll also attach that in the link below so you can grab your tickets quick. They're only going to be available till April 20th. I love you guys. Let's get into the reading. Let's talk about the astrology, because that's kind of what's off the hook right now. Venus has dropped into Aries, and this is when you are most vulnerable because you are reacting in energy that you don't understand. It's Venus is in detriment. Taurus will feel this too, but Taurus is not in opposition to Aries. In fact, I think it's no, it's not in opposition. Some of you it might be semi-square. Some of you wouldn't be full sextile. It's not in opposition. So let's not talk about, it's you. We're talking about you. These are your natal suns, right? At one point throughout this next 3 weeks, Venus is going to be in direct opposition to your natal sun. And how is that going to impact you when your ruling dignitary is in opposition to your natal sun? It's going to crack apart, break apart everything that you thought you were to get you to the core and primal existence of everything that you are. And when Venus dropped into Pluto, Libra, it was sextile to, dropped into Aries, it was sextile to Pluto. So there's such an intense energy of just sexuality, sexual tension, and just extreme sort of like almost obsessive irresistibility. Could be about your nature, or it could just be that you're throwing yourself into. I want you to be particularly open to this, and not like, well, open to this understanding of it so that you don't get overcome by it, because it's going to be very difficult. Venus by midweek, and definitely by the end of this week, is going to be conjuncting Jupiter and Chiron. That is an intense energy of expansion and growth and explosion of pain, suffering, and the lust to do something with it, to heal it, to remedy it, maybe try to heal yourself through just these lusty, extremely intense encounters. It's going to like carry you away. It's going to be that intense. Grab your spouse, grab your mate, make sure they stay really close, because this could be the time when the ovaries are popping. The like irrepressible ability to keep yourself unaroused is just gonna be there. I feel like YouTube is gonna flag this whole video, even though I'm not using any bad words. They don't, like, I'm talking to grown-ups here. Like, that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's happening. There is just this overwhelming sense of, if I could say it in one word, heat. heat that you don't have any understanding of how to control, because you are an air sign, which is usually calm, cool, collected, and objective. But this is heat that is absolutely going to ignite you on fire, being explosive. I don't know how to control this. I'm going to consult the cards, but let me say this to you. Between now and the end of the week, Libra 1s and 2s. So that's every Libra. In the beginning of the week, Libras that have natal suns between 0 and 10 degrees. And then toward the end of the week, it starts to shift between 10 and 15 degrees, Libra. So Libra 2s. Middle of the month, that's when Venus gets, boom, conjunct to that Jupiter and Chiron. And I'm telling you, this is just kind of explosive energy. It wants to explode. It wants to ignite. It wants to burn it all down. So if you've been having just these emotional kind of bouts lately, if you've been losing your mind, there's a sense, there's that energy that is just going to be really intense. But because Chiron is there, I think it all has to do with actually being able to heal something from the past, something that you have not addressed for a very long time, and it has sat with you, and it is not going to sit with you beyond this week. Maybe beyond this week and a half. It is not going to sit with you. Okay, so now let's get into the first card that I pulled. The Devil is here, and the Devil is all about cardinal desires, being attached to them, being, you can't get away from them, you can't escape, toward base pleasures, primal desires. This is also Capricornian energy, so it's like it controls you. You're dominated by it. There is a sense of it's got you in its grasp. So this is the Devil. It's also, you could relate it to temptation. I don't know if you're dealing with a Capricorn, but that would be really interesting. And then we have heartbreak. So you need to watch out this week. Oh my God. Give me a second. You need to watch out this week. You need to watch out, because there is something devastating that comes from these base urges. This sad, horrible sense of suffering, or suffering that you've been stuck to. That could be it too. Just suffering that you've been stuck to. Maybe even, because this is Saturn, right? It's like you feel like you have to suffer. What have you felt like you have to suffer from, or you kind of like locked yourself up like a monk or a nun and kept yourself sort of cloistered because you feel like the only way you earn it is if you actually suffered from it? Let me tell you this. That's going to it's going to burn down. I need more on this, please. I'm telling you, what did overwhelming. The World card. That's over. This being stuck in a state of heartbreak, this being stuck in a state of suffering and repentance and obligation, and like it's breaking you. And I don't even think it's necessarily even conscious. There's something here that's breaking you, and I don't think it's actually even something that you completely understand, but you're gonna feel it like a heat that rises inside of you. It is done. It is over. It is completed. Whatever this obligatory, like heartbreak, karma, suffering, a sense of having to suffer, or you haven't worked hard enough for it, it's over. It could even be something to do with a father figure. I know that sounds really crazy, but we have wishes and dreams fulfilled. Wishes and dreams fulfilled. This suffering, this could even be stoicism, this sense of no, you have to work hard for it. If you didn't earn it, it's hurting you. There's something here that you've been stuck with that is hurting you. And it is this desire, this heat that ignites in Aries, that absolutely explodes between you, Jupiter, and Chiron, that is going to clear this shit away. What did I say? Defeat. You're defeating financial instability. You're defeating this fear, this stuckness, this stagnation. You're over it. This is destabilization, but in a way it's also great because you are overcoming a huge defeat, especially financial stagnation. That's coming toward the end of the week. How does this all come about? How does this all come about? You're not going to see it coming. Because this is a shit ton of burdens. It's got something to do with a bunch of burdens that were keeping you stagnated and you didn't know what to do with. You didn't have a way out. But this is saying to me, like, it's going to you're not going to see it coming because you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. You don't understand it. You can't comprehend it. You're putting too much burden on yourself to try to figure this out. It's not about something you can figure out. When karma comes out, when that devil energy comes out, you can't figure it out. Don't let pride get in your way. There's something here with regards to love, lust, attractiveness, appeal, pride. This could be, you could be dealing with a Leo, but it's really going to be faced with pride. And I think that it's going to be impossible for pride to get in your way at this point, because it's going to be bigger than you, is what it's saying. This is going to be bigger than you, and thank God, because it has to liberate you. You know, you've been put, this opposition has been put to your natal suns, guys. It's because you've been doing it wrong for so long, and your stubbornness and your pride has kept you stuck. The universe is coming by to legitimately force you free. And it is going to feel like you are being ripped into, and in some ways maybe you are, so you can rebuild yourself back up again. This is, I need more details. I need more details, please. More details. Please clarify, please. Please clarify. What do you mean, don't let pride get in the way? You already know what it is. This is divine timing. This is fate. And this is total spiritual balance. You already know what's coming. I don't know if this is a person that you know, but you've known it for a while. Don't let pride get in your way, because the bottom line is it'll move you. Like the universe will move you no matter how. You're just going to make it hard for yourself. This has got to do with anger or upset with regards to financial, or something that you've been broke on, something you've been deprived of, something that you have just been feeling left out in the cold. Don't let pride get in your way, especially with regards to money. Okay, well then how do you want me to react? How do you want us to feel? How do you want this to happen? What's gotten in? What do you mean? How do you want us to react? How do you want us to react? Talk, speak, say something, ask for help. Don't let people think that you have more money than you do, right? Because that will change everything. If you let people know that I'm worried, or I'm upset, or I'm frustrated, this is good luck. All of a sudden, fortune smiling down you, an email that comes through. I think that you were just at your last leg, right? This had really drained you. Let's get more details for Libra, please. Because this is a game changer. Two of Pentacles is a shift somehow in what you value, maybe in who you value or how people value you. There's a shift here, Libra, and then it's gone from Two of Pentacles to Three of Pentacles. People are now finally seeing your work. Something that you have created has burst through, and it's like it had to happen this way. There was just there's no room for tolerance here. It had to almost be split in two. And I said this, I've been saying this. When anything drops from Pisces into Aries, it's the birth canal, because Pisces means that it's rounded out the zodiac and it's finished. It's been through every experience. This is where it gets washed clean and it starts brand new. So this is you. This is Venus. This is the ruling dignitary of Libra in its opposite house, getting completely reborn and maybe flipped upside down to a point where you won't even recognize your life, but you'll be happy about it. There is a sense of finally your work and your dedication finally being recognized. Okay? Let me know in the comments below how. I just feel like this has just been a pattern or a karmic cycle that you have been stuck in. Has to do with work. You've been waiting for this to come in. Money has been very slow, but you have been also very dedicated and pedantic, and maybe you thought if you kept committing yourself to this, things would change. In some ways you kind of knew that they would, but that's the devil. That's the devil coming out again. This sense, so it's got to do with your career or something that you're trying to build into the world, or something that it's like you're stuck on. Irresistible temptation, but it's also karma coming out in, like, you've paid it forward. Something you've paid it forward. You paid it forward, it came in slow, it came in slow. But what's this devil here? I need to understand this devil. I need to understand it completely. What is this, please? Seven of Pentacles. What is the devil? What is the fucking devil? Queen of Swords. You just couldn't get it. It's maybe the devil's come to tempt you away. King of Wands has come out in the Star. Something that you've wished for, something that you desired, or somebody that you have desired. This could be somebody that is very well known, very well seen, has a lot of desire attached to them. They could have some sort of celebrity status, or it's you being elevated to some sort of real notable status for something that you have created. It's got to do then with what you have been building. This is your 10th house. That's what it's got to do with. It's got to do with you've been building this out in the world, and you couldn't understand or figure out but there's some message or guidance coming through, or maybe finally a breakthrough that's coming. Somebody's, I don't know. That's more like a personal reading material. I do personal readings. You can check out my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. Go there and just register or sign up. You can sign up, pay, everything right there. I don't know. Some of you might need those when it comes to this energy. It's clarity. Okay, there's clarity. It's suddenly clarity on a problem solved, being able to solve a problem that you have not been able to move forward on, that was stuck. You couldn't figure it out. Boom, the light goes on. You finally figure it out. What was it? Disappointment from the past, or something to do with a disappointing situation from the past that now you get to move forward on. Could also have to do with a fire sign, a younger fire sign. I don't care if it's their sun sign. If fire's prominent in their chart, that's what I'm counting. It's also actions, finally being able to take an action on a situation, or you're not even waiting. You're just going forward. You're moving forward despite disappointment. You're throwing yourself into the situation. Very physical energy. Very physical when Venus, that's why I'm saying the heat. It's just going to be like, it's going to be visceral. You're going to be feeling it all week, because Venus is in opposition to your natal suns throughout this next 3 weeks. And she's bringing the fucking heat, especially end of this week into next week. There's this overwhelming energy, because she's going to be conjunct to Jupiter and Chiron. Irresistible, taking action because you're just, or there's movement. There's a movement where there wasn't before, or this is a person that you knew when you guys were younger, and they're related to a disappointment from the past. But guess what? There's this huge freaking breakthrough that's coming and happening. Oh my God. Libra, the Magician. Like magic, it keeps repeating the same card. God, don't you know that don't give me the same cards, because if I don't get it one time, I'm not going to get it the next. There's a sense of all of a sudden something that had moved really slow, something that had trickled in, gets this rocket fuel that just jets it and propels it forward. We're going to go to the extended because we have to. We got to get to the nitty gritty. The link is below, and I will see you guys there.